pyramids valid. Try to tell me what this is. Personalities of plastic, plastic. The face be elastic, elastic. You can buy it in the pornographic. Try to tell me what this is. You can move enough for a little amount of money. Will it keep all the family together? You can seek all the glory, the power. Will it bring on the love forever? I will make you live forever, forever. I will build you palaces, pyramids. I will make you live forever, forever. I will build you palaces, pyramids. You can call me loco, Hispanic. Still my love for you is galactic. My love make you panic, panic. Try to tell me what this is. The sushiraw soul is fanatic. 1,000 sons of worship illogic. You're the queen of a feeling frantic. Try to tell me what this is. You can move enough for a little amount of money. Will it keep all the family together? You can seek all the glory, the power. Will it bring on the love forever? You can move enough for a little amount of money. Will it keep all the family together? You can seek all the glory, the power. Will it bring on the love forever? I will make you live forever, forever. I will build you palaces, pyramids. I will make you live forever, forever. I will build you palaces, pyramids. Tu es si belle, oh bébé. Tu es si belle. Oh bébé, ma princesse à moi. Oh bébé, ma princesse à moi. La, 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 la. Oui, oh bébé, we'll make it forever, forever. We'll build your palace of pyramids. Oh bébé, la, 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 la. Oh, we'll make it forever, forever. Build your palace of pyramids. Oh bébé.
Check. Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to Club Shada episode 162. Damn, I'm becoming a pro at this. At 200 episodes, I'm a pro. I hope everybody is in good spirit. I hope everybody is feeling fine. I hope Shada Gang is in the good spirits as we are approaching Christmas and the end of... Listen, I don't know in what episode of Club Shada I told you guys 2020 is the simulation. It's like it's the rehearsal for 2021. I don't even remember, because everybody was like, hey, thank you so much, Sirène des Îles, for 10 Canadian dollars. Thank you so much for your continued support. So remember, it was the end of 2019, and then when we left 2020, I remember now. Yeah, it was when we left 2020. Everybody's like, we made it, we finally. And then 2021 arrived, and it was pure fuckery, and we got all raped in the ass. So listen, it's the end of listen, I would tell you this. I feel like even if we achieved amazing things, people have been reinventing themselves, those last 2 years still feel traumatic. And listen, to me, it feels like we lost collectively 600 days. And even if we've been doing this, that, Club Shada is here. We've been doing like so many episodes. This is amazing what we created, this community. In terms of real life, I feel like we all beaten up. And listen, even if COVID was hard on me, I gotta say I was, when I compared to some other people, it was worse for them. But like, I had to customize myself again in socializing, talking with people that outside of my house, leaving my neighborhood. And listen, coming back from Kinshasa, I would say that the fact that I've been out every night, mingling with people, was the first time that I didn't feel anxiety about being around people. So, and listen, when I did my COVID test and it came negative, I was like, damn, yo, thank God. And listen, you all know I'm vaccinated. I'm about to take my third shot, probably next month. I only need 2 shots since I'm a COVID survivor, as they say. But anyway, I'm gonna keep this whole conversation about 2020 when we reach 31st of December. I don't know. Let me look at the planning. So 31st of December is going to be a Friday. And Club Shada would be on the 2nd. So maybe we'll do Club Shada on 31st of December, so we can enter the year all together and celebrate. Probably 25th is going to be Christmas Day, is going to be on the 25th. So on the 26th, there's going to be a Club Shada. Then there's going to be one on the 29th. And then we'll do another one on the 31st to celebrate the new year and enter the new year with that energy. Why am I talking before the show begins? This guy. No discipline. This show is brought to you by shadaware.com, the gods of good fortune. Maximum love to all the new subscribers on this channel. There has been 1,800 new subscribers to the channel. This is crazy. Like my channel, like when I look at my subscriber count, I'm like, that's a lot of people. Where are they going? I don't know. They probably watch music videos. They watch replays of Club Shada. Like, it's very interesting what's happening with this channel. We now have 177,000 subscribers. And if I see the way it's going, we'll be at 180 by the end of January. And probably 200,000 subscribers before, I don't know, yeah, something like middle of next year, which is amazing, especially for a channel that's this old. My channel has been around since YouTube exists, so I'm like OG YouTuber. So listen, every new subscriber, welcome. Make yourself at home. Clean your shoes when you get in, because the girls of the Shada gang, they bite and they have knives. And their queen is called Dalia, and she's a savage, and she's family. What up, Leah? What up, Chocoman? What up, Fresh Summertime? What up, Monuji Gajiba? Sorry, I don't have, those are not reading glasses. Yeah, my reading glasses are there. Getting old. Black Superman. Les noms des chants sur YouTube. What up, Shad? What up, WG the consultant? What up, Elodie? What up, everybody? And I wanna thank all our sponsors. Your names are here. Everybody that helped this channel and this show grow up and this show be alive. Thank you so much, Siren Desil, Joel Amen, and everybody else. Your names are here, of course. And also, I want to acknowledge our stream royalty. I mean, is she never the stream royalty these days? Siren Desil with this month, $36. Thank you so much for supporting the show. I also want to acknowledge our Patreons, because you can become a Patreon and sponsor the show at $5 a month or $10 a month. You go to patreon.com/Kaysha, and I want to acknowledge, for example, Charlene, who's one of our Patreons, or also Jennifer, who's a Patreon as well, and everybody else that is supporting the show. For now, it's Patreon. I'm still waiting for YouTube to give me the possibility to have memberships directly on the YouTube channel, so that the people who want to support the channel monthly can have can do it directly from the channel. And then when they will chat, you will see their names in a different color. So because for now, only the moderators on the channel are in blue, but then you will have the members will be in green, I think, and they will have special icons that only the members can use. But this is not available on music channels yet, only on vloggers, gamers, etc. But the music people, for some reason, we are we don't deserve the same as everybody else. And it's funny because this is a channel, of course it's a music channel, but Club Shada is not a music show. But to be able to do this on Club Shada, I would have had to create a new channel just for Club Shada, and that's not what I wanted to do. So my channel being a channel that has vlogs, music videos, a studio session, but also life coaching and Club Shada and all these things, because I don't want to have like 1,000 channels for everything that I do. I prefer having everything in one place. YouTube considers my channel as a music channel, and I don't have access to a few things like, for example, the memberships. But my finger is telling me that it's coming. Another thing that is different with my channel is that I have my channel is it's not just a channel. My channel is also a network. So I own a network. So it's called a multi-channel network on YouTube, MCN. And so I have 8 channels. My 2 bigger channels are my channel, Kaysha, and my wife's channel, Ola Jarel. But I also have Sushiraw, I also have a Kizomba channel, I have a Zouk channel, I have a few channels that I don't really use. Plus I have the Angel City channel, that's the music that you hear. I have a Monsieur de Shada channel, I have a Diamantero channel, and I have a Black Buddha Music, which is my other label channel. But I'm not really using those channels because it's too much work to already work on 2 channels. I also have La Dumushon channel, which is a label in Congo that I distribute, and the monetization is not part of one channel, it's part of my network, and all my channels, all the channels that I work with are part of my network. And so I'm in a different situation because I have a publisher and music network. So only when they give the authorization to my network to have members, then all my channel will have access to the membership. So, and it was gonna be better because I always say it's not good to put all your eggs in one basket, but when it comes to YouTube, convenience is always better than complication. When people want to donate to you on a YouTube channel, it's kind of complicated if all these donations, people have to, if let's say somebody's watching your live, they want to donate $5, $10, $500, they have to leave your live, open PayPal, and then send you a PayPal. That's complicated. The great thing here, you go in the chat and then you click on the $, and you can send money directly through the channel. Of course, YouTube will take 30%. It's normal. They own this platform, and the creator gets 70%. And same thing, Patreons is great to know that I have supporters that pledge to send to support this show and my channel and my work in general with $5 to $10. There's different tiers, but for now I have $5 and $10, and they decide to support this my endeavors with $5 a month or $10 a month. As it's amazing, but it's outside of the channel. So it's patreons.com/Kaysha. It's still, people have to go outside and pledge out there. When I have access to memberships on YouTube, I'm gonna be able to just have people who will decide, hey, listen, instead of giving $10 every episode of Club Shada, let me just be a super member and just automatically give $40 or $50 every month, or $5 every month, or $10 every month, of whatever you will. I'll find stuff, and then at least maybe the people who just want to listen. If you have, like I said, like I always say, if you have 1,000 people who donate every month to your channel $5, that's 5,000. And with 5,000, you can pay your rent, you can pay your studio time, you can pay a music video every month, and you can create content for people and have no stress or less stress that, oh my God, how am I going to pay my rent, when you are giving a lot of your time to people. And a lot of gamers have a lot of people watching and giving to them. And for now, the great thing now is we have the super chat, so people are able to support this channel and this show with the super chats every time we are live. But other channels also have memberships, and then you can have special icons for members and icons that only the members can do. So, you know, it's just a question of time. I'm letting YouTube figure their shit out, and then once they figure it out, it's gonna be cool. And I've been talking to myself without saying hi to my people. Emilia there, what it do? How are you? Charlene, I was talking about you just now. How are you? A long time no see. Glad that you're here. Master Electronic, what up, brother? How are you? L'homme le plus beau de la Suède, le Congolais le plus beau de la Suède. Mountain of Inspiration. Was good. How are you? Your live was great. Sorry I was not commenting, because I think my phone actually watched probably like half of your live. I catch it in the middle. I probably arrived around 30 minutes, and I was watching it, and I just put my like, but then I forgot my phone in the bathroom, and I was just too lazy to go get it. So at a point, I just put a comment, and then I kept watching, and then somebody called me. I was on the phone, but I was watching at the same time. And again, congratulations for what you do on your YouTube channel, because it is amazing to do an hour of live every single day. I don't know if I could do it. I mean, I talk so much that, yeah, basically I could, but yeah. Queen Juju Zhao, how are you? I hope you're good. I hope things are going in the right direction for you. And if not, listen, it's always a question of patience, and things will, listen, sometimes things take their time, and then all of a sudden, poof. What it do, Joel Amen? We had an amazing episode recorded while I was in Istanbul. Thank you again. And is it you or Mountain that has to invite me in your channel, or both of you? Just asking. I'm just asking. Hey, number 2. Listen, Trisha, this is the last time you prevent me from sleeping when there's an emergency, because then the next day I'm suffering like crazy, because all of a sudden I have 2 hours of sleep, and now I have to handle all the shit, and all I want to do is sleep. Just so you know. Thank you. How are you? Ça va et toi? Alice boys, what up? How are you? The whole gang is here. Listen, I have a particular thought for all the gang members that we don't see. Like first ever, you know, Shada gang members from back in the days. I don't even have the names in my head, but there's some people that, you know, we don't see them because, you know, yeah, maybe they're back to work, maybe they live in a place where they have to sleep early now. You know, it's at the end of the quarantine, a lot of people had to go back to a time routine that is not compatible with Club Shada. And listen, maybe I'll do one episode at 2 p.m. from time to time, just to see if these people reappear. But hey, listen, we miss you guys. Tantine Cyril Desil, merci beaucoup pour le super chat. Listen, Mountain of Inspiration, I have an amazing story to tell. Get ready. You're gonna love it. Malcolm Beats. Listen, Malcolm Beats and I have released a new single called Mazumanoid. And before I tell you the story of tonight, the story of 0015, I will play you this new song, of course. Ça te fait pas trop mal au cœur de quitter tes parents ou quand tu retournes bientôt en famille avec ta femme et ta fille? Pas vraiment. En fait, je réponds en anglais. My whole life has been like that. So it's something normal for us. Like my dad was a very high profile politician. I mean, still is, but was more active when I was born. So when I was a baby, I would travel with them everywhere. My parents tell me that I think I walked for the first time in China when I was, I don't remember how many months. Before I walked, I was in New York, I was in Paris, I was all around the world. And then at a point, because I had to go to school, my dad would always be away, and my mom, it depends. So in my family, like being away from each other is something that is not at all something that we're not used to. We're completely used to it. So it's not like, like some people, they're together all the time and all of a sudden they're not together anymore. And it hurts like, oh my God, I miss you. Us, it's been our life forever. So I'm used to, my parents live in Africa, I live in Portugal. My sisters live I have a sister in Congo, I have a sister in Paris, I have two sisters in Paris, 3 sisters in Paris, sorry. I have one sister that is in Congo, another one that is about to live in Congo. I have a brother in Congo. I have one brother in Turkey. I have my mom and dad are in Congo now. Right now, my mom is in Paris. My dad is in Congo. He's gonna be in Paris soon. So I got cousins, Mountain of Inspiration, Joel, Dahlia. Like all of these people, they're in Canada. I have more people in Canada. I got people in Atlanta. My family is big and completely dispersed. So I would say that it used to cost a lot of money to talk. Like, remember, like to announce that my ex was pregnant to my dad and my mom, I had to buy a card, a telephone card, and I remember we left the studio with Sumia, and I had to find the courage in the middle of the session to, Sumia gave me the courage, and then I went down, and I remember it was like, end of a studio session, it was probably 9 p.m. In Paris and 8 p.m. in Kinshasa, and so I had to get a card, go to a telephone cabin in I don't even remember the city, and then call in Congo and tell my mom and dad, oh, Vanya is pregnant. Oh my God, like. And nowadays, WhatsApp and unlimited internet changes the whole thing. Like, you far away, but you don't talk once a week or once every 2 weeks or by letters back in the days. Nowadays, like, you can talk to people that are all around the world in WhatsApp, Messenger, iMessage, and whatever, Instagram DM, and you can talk to people all the time. You can call them video, you can like, so it's not the same as being together, but at the same time, the feeling of being far away from people is so different nowadays. Like, I think I haven't seen my cousins Joel and Mountain of Inspiration probably I don't know, guys, 5 years, 10 years, I don't remember. But we talk every week on Club Shada and on WhatsApp as well. Like, and now you can send voice note, you can talk for hours with people who are on the other side of the world. and sometimes you can even watch them on video every day if you want. So it's look, I just received a message from somebody who's in Tanzania, for example. Kiss is Korean. It's so different. The sensation of missing somebody that we used to back in when I was younger. Sorry. Like, I remember I would send letters or postal cards, and we would only receive them like 2 weeks after, and then you would receive the answer 2-3 weeks after sending something. So this is a thing where you really feel like the absence of somebody because you don't speak, hear from them, don't know what's happening with them for a whole week, a whole month. Like, I remember when my parents used to call from Congo, and we were studying, like when we were like 13, 14, and my dad went from being an ambassador in Congo, in Paris, to going back to Congo to be in the government. It would be just a call on the weekends, and they would call like at a special time, and we would all have to be there and speak to them one by one. It was so different, but that's how we grew up, and that's the sacrifice that you have to go through when sometimes you decide to go to a political career and etc. And you still want your kids to have the education that you want them to have out there in another country. At that time, it was talking to the parents once a week, and are you fine? School is good. We love you, miss you, and that's it. And then alone again not alone. We had people taking care of us. We had people living with us, like, to make sure everything was fine. We had a governance, but we always were far. And then we would see each other like in the holidays. And my little sisters, because they were way smaller, they stay in Kinshasa with the parents. So we were always like a family that was international, I would say. And we would see our sisters only on the summer holidays, when everybody would get together, and maybe in the winter holidays for Christmas. So for me, it's just something that is normal. I would say it's something that's always how I've lived. So I cannot even say, I miss it. It's normal. Like, we see each other, we really enjoy those moments, and then the rest of the time, it's we talk on WhatsApp all the time. We have a family group, etc. Like, yeah. Isabel, what up? Welcome. Hey. Don't you know? Don't you know your sister-in-law? Bro. What's going on, Mr. Marina Kali? You have to find a name that... Marina is a girl name. I mean, I know it's the Marina, but... It's kind of catfishy. I'm joking. What's good, Kendrick? We did an episode with your wife. Yeah. But that would be all in Portuguese, because she only speaks Portuguese. And what? Oh, fuck you. What? No. I'm gonna start doing my live on your channels then. For real? Damn. I was on the Shada website, and I was wondering if you have any promotional discount code for Christmas. I'm gonna add them. I'm gonna do a whole site-wide promotion probably tomorrow or the next day. I'll just have to go and set it up, because I just came back from Africa. So, and listen, I have an amazing story to tell you. What kind of guy does an intro for 38 minutes? Club Shada, Club Shada, Club Shada, Club Shada, Club Shada. Hey, yeah, of course. We're here for you. I think it's time for you to change your profile picture. We already used to this one. It's time to give us something new. Me too, I have to change my profile picture because I don't know. I like this one, but I'm gonna use my new pictures for my album, actually. And we're gonna choose, actually, next week when I design my album cover, we're gonna choose which one we prefer, because I have 2 favorite pictures, but I still don't know. So I'll let you know when it's ready. 90s. Yeah, 90s. Internet, social media makes the world much smaller. That's true. We may not see each other physically, but we stay up to date on each other's life. This is crazy. And you know, it's a blessing and a curse, I would say. You know why? Because there's so many times where we talk to people every day on WhatsApp, voice notes, messages, and we call each other. I call my best friends. Like, I have 2 best friends. Lumana is in Paris and Marcy, she's in New York. And I speak to them. So Marcy is very busy. We don't speak all the time, but when we speak for 5 hours. And Lumana, we speak around like 2 hours every 2-3 days, and messages all the time whenever there's something to talk about, some tea. But because we talk all the time, we don't realize that we don't see each other. I got another friend called Jack. At a point, we were speaking with each other so much on WhatsApp, hours, and at a point I was like, wait, when is the last time we saw each other? And he was like, I don't know, wait a minute, it's been 2 years. I was like, what? And like, I speak to Lil Mauro every day, even if it's just one message from time to time, but sometimes we speak 2 hours every day. But the last time we saw each other in the flesh was probably in 2000 and I don't know, that was before I moved to Portugal. So I moved to Portugal in 2012. So last time we saw each other in the flesh, like hug each other, was, I don't know, 2009 maybe, or 2010, I don't remember. But we speak every day. So in a way, it kind of makes us sometimes like be so used to talking to people virtually that we forget to, or we're not like, oh, let me come visit you, or, these things, because we just talk all the time. And I think this is what's important to one day maybe organize, maybe when this show gets more popular, maybe a Club Shada tour where I go to a city and do this live in front of people, or maybe even just organize a dinner, Club Shada dinner in one city, and everybody come and we have a dinner. Or this is why something we organize all the time with my artist group. We have a WhatsApp group called the Gentlemen's Club, which is me, Nelson Freitas, Looney Johnson, George, Elisio, Bodhisattva, and we have, so you can see in the vlogs, because I post them in the vlogs, we have a monthly dinner when we see each other. We talk about music, we talk about life, we talk about everything. And sometimes we do the monthly dinner. So we don't do this monthly, but once a year or from time to time, we do the same dinner, but with wives and kids, so that all our families mingle together. Or maybe sometimes Nelson will organize a barbecue in his house. He has a big garden here in Portugal, or Body, and we organize something and we all get together and we do because we kind of are so talking and knowing what's happening with people around that we forget, we forget to see each other for real. So yeah. Hey, baby. How you plan to spend the holidays? I have no clue. I just came back, but I think we're gonna stay. Oh, my parents are going to Paris, and maybe I will go to Paris for the weekend. Maybe, I don't know. I'm waiting for my son to arrive from Angola. When my son is there, I might take my whole family, maybe 22nd of December or 21st, something like, I don't know when, but I might take everybody to Paris, and maybe we will also take the little one to Disneyland for the first time. I prefer taking her in the summer, but my wife is obsessed with taking her in the winter because she says it's more beautiful, blah 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 blah, the snow. And me, I'm like, you don't realize how horrible it is with the cold. But hey, listen, we'll see who wins. Maybe I'm gonna convince her that let's do it in the summer. So we'll see. Other than that, I think we'll be here in the living room for Christmas, and then after we'll see. But listen, it's time that we take a holiday all together. As someone born or living in a diaspora, it's our normal. Yeah. In fact, I always wonder how it is to have your whole family in one country, state, province. That's for real. Like, I don't even know how it feels. I remember as a kid, we would travel all together. Like there was a point where we would go all together in Los Angeles, or my parents used to take the Concorde and sometimes spend just the day in New York. Go in the morning, and come back the next day, like, because it was 3 hours with the supersonic jet. And they would do it sometime every weekend just to go and party. Like, my parents were on some level of when like on that crazy young and rich, they would do stuff like that. But and then we would also go all together in Disneyland or Disney World, and we would spend a week in Disney World. Like, when I see the prices of how much these cost, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not rich enough to do this just with my 4 family members. My dad would go with like 5 kids and the maids and the drivers, and I was like, yo. But yeah. Chrissy was good. Listen, I love the photos, so it's gonna be great. Yeah, have to organize that. Yeah, dinner would be cool. Just need to find what city. Maybe when I go to Miami, I'll see who's down to go. Thank you for this honor. When I was a kid, to talk to people from the countryside, we sent cassette tapes. Yo, what? That's crazy. Cassette? So you would record your vocals? Like, so actually, this was voice notes before voice notes. That's crazy. That's crazy. Me, was letters. I think I already told that story on Club Shada. I had a girlfriend and she sent me a letter telling me, oh my God, I miss you so much. And she was in Martinique in the 90s. She was, oh, I miss you so much. Oh my God, I can't wait. If you could only come, that would be amazing. So I sent her a letter 2 weeks. So I received the letter, I send my reply, and then the people from the embassy have to take it back to France, then to go to the West Indies. So it would take 2 weeks for her to receive my answer. So I'm like, I miss you so much too. Oh my God, I wish I could come. Da, 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 da. Okay. 2 weeks later, so it's been a month already, I receive her reply. Oh my God, if you could come, that would be so amazing. I miss you so much. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm not going to see you for 3 months. Da, da, da. So my next letter is, oh my God, I'm coming. I'm coming. Da, da, da. Talk to my parents. They're going to pay for my ticket. Da, da, da. Talk to my uncle. Rest in peace, Uncle Kim. My uncle's going to pay for my ticket. My father's going to pay for the hotel. I'm coming. And then I don't have no answer. But still, I went from Congo, 8 hours to Paris. And then from Paris, 8 hours to Martinique. And when I arrived there, she already had a new boyfriend. Ah, my God. That was horrible. That was a traumatic event that is the base for a lot of songs. A lot of songs that I wrote. Yo. Oh my God, what a nightmare. Yeah, virtual living has taken over the real life contact. And listen, imagine now that we are about to have the metaverse, as they say, where people will just put some glasses and then they will be inside of. And listen, another 20 years like this, we'll be all in virtual coffins inside of our boxes or on our beds, and everybody trapped in their house. And just some people will not want to live in real life because the life outside in the metaverse will be better. Or maybe like in some guys who always wanted to be a woman but never had the courage to undergo the surgery, or don't have the money to undergo the surgery or whatever, can become a woman in virtual and fall in love, get married, etc., etc. Or maybe you want to be a dog, or you want to be a dragon, or you want to be with all these things, the Neuralinks and the things that they are creating, we might only be in the beginning of something. Parisian cold will be spring here in Canada. Listen, me, the Canadian cold, I can't. This autofocus loves, I don't know what this autofocus has against these glasses, but when I wear these glasses, autofocus, yeah, it's back now. Yeah, listen, if I do a Club Shada in Canada, it will not be in the winter. Actually, somebody sent me an email for a show in Canada. I have to answer. I have to give them my price so that they can run away. Whoa, you see, speaking of a long time, what is up, Lily? Long time no see. Lil Maro, we're talking about you. Lil Maro, how long we didn't see each other in real life? This is the question. Did I say hi to Dahlia? Hey, Dahlia. How you? I found someone for just for you, huh? I have time to write all these names to say hi. I just say hi to everyone. But hey, of course, you have to say hi to your gang. I understand, like the dangerous knife sisters of the Shada gang. I understand. It's okay. Say hi to your people. All good. Listen. At that time, my uncle, rest in peace, he was the ambassador of Congo in Brussels. And him and my dad decided, yeah, listen, my dad would pay me the hotel and he would pay me the plane ticket, because I was missing my girl so much. That was my first girlfriend. Yeah, when I arrived there, she was strange. Yeah, that's when you realize that Yeah. C'est dit. Ça fait mal. Ça pique. I remember when I was a kid, my family would record the whole family on VHS and send it to Cap Verde for them to watch and do the same thing out there so we can watch it when it gets. Yeah, listen, I would love for my father to know, but I don't know, because when the war broke out in Congo and we had to all run away from the country, I think a lot of the VHS stayed there. And then when we sold the first apartment in Paris to buy the one in the Valois, I think my parents threw away a lot of things. Me, I'm somebody, I love to keep photos. I love to have, and if I had those videos, because I remember videos of us going to Disney World, like I would digitize everything and put them in my vlog and put them on YouTube to have those, everything available. You know, it's amazing when you can go to your YouTube channel and you can listen. To give you an example, let me go to YouTube. To give you an example, I can type Kaysha vlog 11, right? And look, my vlog 11 is me in 2006 being in an holiday inn in Mozambique. The format is square. This is me in Mozambique at the holiday inn with money in my hand, of course. Look at this. 2006, you see this on my arm? Here they are. Same jewelry for the last 20 years. And more, maybe more, because in 98 I had them already.
600?
Oh, bang, rest in peace.
You know this. He's the most beautiful guy in this table.
JD.
So one day,
and then we would take a private jet to go to another city. No, we're going to Lam, sorry. See us going. I can type vlog number 17 and ask myself what I was doing. This is amazing. Look, I'm at Section Zouk Records. Why I have two vlog 17s? Oh my God. Oh no, that's not mine. That's Gino's one.
Alors nous sommes...
Peut-être qu'il a le doigt magique.
Look at
Lui
it.
qui est un vrai Antillais, s'il vous plaît, parlez-nous des Antilles, s'il vous plaît. Un autre. 9727.
Many.
Avant les séances.
Mais carrément. Mais...
I can type vlog number 35 and ask myself, what is it? Back in Lisbon, vlog 35. Look, I'm in Lisbon. I didn't know in 2006 that I would live there. This is the hotel. My manager, my bro Nelson, still same friends. Knocking at people's room. You see, and this is amazing because if I type vlog 145, for example, now we are in, look at this, 12 in Paris.
Keysha, le nouveau clip, le...
Un crocodile sur son blouson, on s'est connus comme ça, au soleil, au même endroit. Qu'est-ce que tu fais pour les vacances? Moi j'ai fermé le magasin. Je serai, je pense, un peu en avance au rendez-vous de nos promesses. Que tu fais pour les vacances? j'ai fermé le magasin. Je serai, je pense, un peu en avance au rendez-vous de nos promesses.
Non, lui c'est un double.
Joby, Jova, Joby, 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 Jova.
Allez, danse avec nous.
Allez, Joby, Jova. Allez, Joby, Jova.
I'm gonna put this on Instagram.
Le pauvre mec, il a rien demandé à personne. Thank you. Qu'en pensez-vous, public? Public, venez là. Venez là.
So see, like the amazing thing about this is that this was in 2008. I can watch this in 2021 and remember like getting crazy in Paris after coming out of a club. That's amazing. To me, those are amazing things that we can do today when we are in this position. So that's why I would love to find and actually this is why I'm going to Paris, because my parents are selling their apartments down. They live in Africa. They don't need it anymore. So they're gonna use that money to buy something maybe in Lisbon and maybe something smaller in France, just to have a place when they go. But we don't really need it, and nobody kind of use it anymore. So I have my dad told me I have a suitcase full of old photos, and if I don't go and fetch this suitcase, my mom's gonna throw it away. So I'm gonna go get it and find a lot of old photos, and I'm gonna take the time to digitize everything so I can post my old photos, have old photos of back in the days. Like another thing I love that I have is all my show. A lot of my shows are on my YouTube channel. This is amazing because these memories, you know. She broke your heart. It's horrible. Listen. I still love her. I mean, I still have love for her. We were young. What's the metaverse? What up, Louis? Asking for a friend. Listen, not now. But I'm going to do a special metaverse episode. I have something to tell you. I've been here talking about stuff. See, Club Shada, these people, they always take me away from the thing I want to talk about. Exactly like the movie The Surrogates. Exactly, yeah. Listen, those are prophetic movies. Hey. So, before I tell you about 0015, let me just play you some music. And after I play you some music, if everybody's here, stay here, because before I tell you something, I'm gonna offer something from Shada Wear. It's Christmas. So, you should do a documentary about your career. Yeah, listen. It's definitely in the works. Yes. You know, this is the name of the mother of my son. And I can't believe my son is about to be 19. That's crazy. So let me have you listen to this new song that so Joel, you don't play because the algorithm Nightbot loves you. Nah, you can play. You can win 3 times in a row. Listen, if you win 3 times in a row, I'm sending you money to play Lotto for me. This is a song. So this is the thing. Interestingly, when I was like before going to Congo, maybe a week before, my throat was completely fucked. I was like, yeah, flu. and I could not sing at all. But Malcolm sent me 2 beats. You know Malcolm beats, he's crazy. Sends me 2 beats. I was like, yo, crazy beats. And I just like, listen, I got the flu, but I'm gonna record them. And an hour later, I just recorded the 2 songs. And this is one of these songs. The other one is coming out in 2 weeks. I would love to play it for you. So it's called So Mais Uma Noite, which means in Portuguese, just one more night. Because I already have a song in English called One More Night. Now I have to find titles in other languages. Listen, releasing songs every Friday, you need to find titles that you didn't use. So listen, let's hear it. It's called So Mais Uma Noite by Malcolm Beats and Kaysha.
Malcolm Beats.
I know it's just one night, but hear me out. I know we said it's just for one of them nights. You got your boyfriend, I enjoy my life. Until I got inside you, I was cool. But now I'm feeling for another shoe. The way your body calling for me. The way your body calling for me. We really got this something going on. We really got this something going on. I didn't wanna leave you tonight. The only thing that was in my mind. Turn off the light again, baby. Stay in my arms and mesmerize me again. The way your body calling for me. The way your body calling for me. We really got this something going on. We really got this something going on. Soma, 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 noite contigo. Soma, 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 noite contigo. It's the one more night I need. Just the one more night I need. Baby, I need just the one more night. Just the one more night. You. Just the one more night. Just the one more night.
This was So Mais Uma Noite, another amazing composition by Malcolm Beats and me on the vocals. And yeah, listen, We have so 2 songs that will come out on my label with Malcolm Beats, and then after that we will have 2 songs that come out on Malcolm Beats label for January, February, maybe just before my album comes out or just after. I don't know yet. It's gonna depend. So listen, I hope you enjoy the song. If you like the song, you can go stream it on all the platforms, or you can watch it here on the YouTube channel. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel and leave a comment. It's important, and leave a like because it helps the algorithm. Actually, speaking of likes, some people here are stingy. You're watching, but you're not leaving any likes. I'm here. I'm watching. I'm seeing the number of likes. It's yo. Some people forgot to put a like in this show. But hey, listen. You assume if you don't want to give love. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hey. Thank you so much. Another one. Thank you, brother. Thank you. We here together. Malcolm is a monster. I am signed to my own label, Sushiraw. You see, Lily, since the time I invited you on a song, I have released 40 songs. But take your time. It's so good. Yeah, me too. I love it. So listen, yeah, missing 2 more likes. This is another 2 people. So listen, who's ready? Who's ready? Let me turn on the Nightbot. Where's Nightbot? Nightbot.tv. Log in with YouTube. There we go. There we are. All right. So, didn't start yet. So let me. Now I'm gonna. Yeah, let me start the giveaway. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. All right. I'm offering you Shada wear sweatshirts, and actually it's called the Shada wear 17 because it's the Shada wear 17. That's the name of this sweatshirt that you can have with Gods of Good Fortune and the Club Shada icons in the back of it, and a huge Shada wear logo in the front. Actually, if you watch the show of episode 159, that's what I was wearing, and I'm offering you this sweatshirt of the value is 52 euros, so I don't know, $60. I'm gonna offer it to one lucky winner, and all you need to do to be a winner is just leave a rainbow or a heart or some fire in the chat. That's all you have to do. So while we are speaking, everybody that is chatting right now is participating in this. I know. You send me recorded? I don't know. I don't remember. It's been too long. But we'll chat on WhatsApp. Listen, he's saying I am off, but as he's saying something, it puts him as a participant. So for now, I have Charlene, Ellis Boys, Joel, Julie, Lily, Marina, Kali, Master, Sirene, and Malcolm Beats. So it's missing some people. It's like, some people, they watch this show and they don't say nothing. Some people, they call me and they say, I watch your show. I'm like, I don't see you in the chat. I say, no, I don't chat. But I'm here. I'm watching. spying on you. I'm like, all right, okay. So yeah. Let's see how many people we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 people out of, there's 20 people watching right now, and the live already had 239 people. So hey, those who left too early, I'm sorry for you. Oh, 10 people. Listen, I'm gonna leave another 1 minute before I roll the dice to know who's gonna be the winner. I'm gonna laugh if it's Joel. I'm telling you, I'm gonna laugh if it's Joel. I'm gonna be like, yo, Nightbot, you've been like, if it's Joel again, I'm gonna be like, yo, this is called hacking the system. Oops, there's somebody who's been, there we go. All right. So I don't see no new people. There's like 10 people who are not participating, so they're just watching. Okay, listen. Whenever you're ready, just put a yeah. No, just put a roll it. Put a roll it in the chat, and we're gonna roll it. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. All right. Pas jouer des triches. Okay, it's gonna be between Charlène, Dalia, Ellis Boys, Joel Amen, Julie, Lily, Marina, Master Electronic, Mountain of Inspiration, Sirène des Îles, and Martin Beats. Are we ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rolling. The winner is Mountain of Inspiration. So it's not Joel, that's his little brother. Thank you, Nightbot. I think you like this family. Congratulations to Mountain of Inspiration for winning the giveaway of this beautiful sweatshirt, pink Shada wear. Congratulations, everybody. Congratulate Mountain of Inspiration. Yeah, listen, that's great. I'm happy to, as always, Mountain, send me a private message. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a, Master Electronic? Nini. Just congratulates. Congrats. Just send me, as always, I need a message with size, name, real name, address, country, and size. So I can send you this shirt from Shada Wear that you can wear in your next live stream when you receive it. Actually, speaking of winners, I want to let you know that speaking of, c'est ça. Vraiment. Hey, Nalobi. Listen, and imagine it's only 10 people. Imagine when it's going to be 20 people competing or 100. How crazy it's going to be. But yeah. I know your real name. I've known your real name since I was born. just send the message with every information. Come on. So I can do the order. Listen, if you send it now, I can send it right now. I can do the order and it's going to be printed as we are speaking, and maybe it will be sent to you by tomorrow. Shada Gang réclame la vérité des urnes. Le concours n'est pas pour la famille, les mecs. Le concours, c'est pour tout le monde. C'est Nightbot qui décide. C'est pas moi qui décide. As you can see, it's just totally random. But hey, listen. One day it's gonna be you guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. So listen. Speaking of winners, I want to show you something before I explain to you. I'll tell you my story. Here is look at this model. Look at this beautiful model. Look at him. Ay ay ay. This is Joel Amen, who sent me photos of him modeling with his beautiful Shada wear that he won the other time. Look at that. Look at that. Ain't he sexy? And then this is the one he won the time before. Because this guy has been winning like crazy. He won 2 of them. So this is the other one. That's cool, huh? I would say that's cool. So congrats to Joel Amen for winning 2 times in a row. And congrats to now Mountain of Inspiration for winning this sweatshirt. And listen, don't worry, as you can see, I offer stuff all the time, so your time will come. Hey. Vraiment. Mais comment vous voulez dire que Nightbot triche? Nightbot is independent, Nightbot just rolls it. And yeah, listen. That's the spirit. You can go to Shadaware and buy something. Actually, I know Sirène des Îles bought something, Elise Boy bought something, Julie bought something or won something. Lil Mauro bought something. Everybody has been supporting the show in a way or another. So thanks again to everybody. Merci beaucoup. Yeah, listen, that's the auntie Nightbot. All right, I got your info, so I'm gonna do the order as soon as the show is over. Vraiment, ça c'est pas l'esprit, hein. Faut pas être mauvais perdant comme ça, hein. Comment ça va se passer? You know what? It's something I would love to do with Shada Gang. I would love to play a game online like Monopoly. I would love to play Monopoly online in Club Shada. Like, I don't know if there's a web version or if there's a game that everybody can download from Mac PC and phones that we can all play and be live at the same time. That would be so cool. I have to find a game like that, but something easy to play, something nice to play, or maybe from the phone, so I can just put the screen here and play with you guys. I think it would be a great thing that we could do from time to time. I don't know what you think about it. Yeah, you won twice. Look at that. I seen it, Mountain. Well, everybody's family, you know. So listen, let me tell you something. Do you know what is the title of this show, of this episode? The title of this episode is and you have to know why. This is the title of this show. Listen, I'm explaining to you why. This is the title of this show. Some people know, but not everybody. So, really, you are. So, yeah, gotta find a nice game to play with. A game online all together. Worse than that. So 0015 means midnight and 15. And midnight 15 is the time of my flight to go from Kinshasa to Istanbul, and then to Istanbul to Lisbon. And so, you know, when my flight was on the 8th. So listen, before I tell you my story, I'm going to tell something. You know, when somebody tells you it's midnight and 1, or midnight and 5 or 10 or 15, and because you didn't sleep yet, for you it's still Wednesday. Like for me now. For me, it's Sunday night, right? But technically, it's Monday. And it's 1 a.m., almost 2 a.m. here. And I already see Monday, 13th of December. And so if somebody tells me, meet me Monday at midnight and 15, I might show up Monday night, which is actually Tuesday, right? And my flight was on the 8th of December at midnight and 15. So, you know, when I saw that, you know, cool. So on Monday, I would say I don't remember what was the date of the 8th of December. The 8th of December was a Wednesday. So on the 7th, Tuesday, I'm with my mom and my dad, and we are chilling. So we are chilling at Hotel Rotana in Kinshasa, and you know, we're cooling. And so that was not that day, that was the day after. So I'm here with my parents, chilling, I was with a friend of mine, actually, somebody who used to come to all my shows in Manchester in the UK, but now lives in Congo. And, you know, we saw each other, etc. And, you know, we here chilling, and around 3 p.m. I go to the Turkish Airlines app on my phone just to see if the check-in is open for my flight tomorrow at midnight and 15, because my flight was on the 8th at midnight and 15. And I go there and I'm like, yeah, normally if the flight is tomorrow at midnight and 15, I can only check in 24 hours before, so I can only go to the app at tonight. But you know, I just checked to make sure that my flight was at the time that I thought. And I go in and it tells me I can't check in. I'm like, oh, nice, I can check in before already. So I just check in. I'm like, oh, choose my place. And so I choose my space in both flights. I choose my seat, and I'm like, oh, cool, I'm checked in. And I already do my boarding pass. I do my boarding pass, and it's all good. And I don't say to myself, it's strange that I can check in more than 24 hours before the flight. I don't even ask myself any question. After that, I leave my mom leaves and my dad arrives, spend some time with my dad, chill with my dad, my cousin, some friends. After that, go back to the hotel. I start, I didn't even start packing. I was still saying to myself, yeah, when I arrive, I'm going to start packing. But I already have all the dirty laundry in one place, the clean one in another one. I'm starting to organize my stuff. I'm about to, you know, unplug the cameras, all the thing. And I have to see my cousin and her sister. So I see my cousin and her sister, and we go to where did we go? Let me see if I already leave my Kinshasa trip. Is I think my stories of Kinshasa are not yet on they're not. Yeah, I didn't do my Kinshasa stories yet, so I cannot use this. But anyway, I'm with my two cousins and the person who made me come. So I went to Kinshasa to sing at a wedding. So I'm having a drink with my client and his friends plus my cousins. We have a drink in a place called 1113 in Kinshasa on the boulevard, a great sky bar, very nice place. So we're here having a drink, talking, blah 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 blah. It's around, I would say, 9:30, 10 p.m. when my cousins say they have to go back to Binza, which is our neighborhood, but it's super far. So they decide to go. They go to get their drivers, and my client tells me, hey, why don't we go for half an hour or 1 hour to a club? There's a club not far called Coco Jango. Do you want to go there? I'm like, yeah, listen. Yeah, why not? Let me just go for half an hour because I'm a little tired. So we go there, we go to the club. Of course, I enter the club. The DJ starts saying that I'm here, start playing my songs. The owner of the club comes and say, oh my God, you're here in the club. Thank you for coming, blah, 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 blah. They start sending bottles, free drinks. And me, I'm like, oh guys, listen, I don't need all these bottles. First of all, I don't drink alcohol. And secondly, I'm about to leave because I'm really tired. And okay, cool. I go to, I think around midnight and something. I leave to my hotel and I go back to the hotel. Everything that happened on the way to the hotel, if you remember, it's something that I told you on the last episode of Club Shada with the driver, the corruption money, etc. Arrived to the hotel. I'm like, whoa, It's already midnight and a half, or it's midnight. I still have an hour and a half to go before it's time to do Club Shada. So we are now on the 8th of December, and it's around midnight and 30. And I'm talking with Bodhisattva, and I'm telling him, yo, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm about to do my thing, but first I'm gonna try to do Club Shada from Kinshasa. It's gonna be the first time I'm live. The internet of the hotel seems to be nice enough to go live. It's gonna be cool. I'm doing my setup. I'm putting my lights here and there. I'm trying to make something that looks nice. And at 1:30 a.m., I tell Buddy, hey, listen, I'm about to go live. We talk soon. And he's like, hey, I'm about to go to sleep. Maybe I'll say something in the live for 10 minutes, but I'm going to sleep. Okay, cool. I do my live. So we do the whole Club Shada live from Kinshasa. And we here chilling. Club Shada lasts for, I don't remember how much I did and what time I ended the show. But I think I ended the show after 2 hours and something. So I would say that the show ended maybe at 3:30, 3:45, I don't remember. And at the end of last episode, for some reason, so you know, on my computer screen, I always have on the top right, I always have the time. And on my computer screen, I see 8th of December, 4 a.m. or 4 something a.m. And all of a sudden I feel my spine freezing, and I feel shiver. I'm like, wait, I have some like a burst of anxiety. I'm like, wait a minute, when is my flight? When it says the 8th of December, Wednesday at midnight and 15, is it tomorrow night or is it 4 hours ago? While I was in the club at Coco Jango singing Kaysha on the coin, being the yeah, receiving bottles that I don't drink. So I go to Turkish airline website. I go quick, and I'm like, I put my reservation number, and on the website it tells me you can't go check a flight that has already departed. And I'm like, what the fuck? No, it's not possible. So let me see, because I remember I was talking to Tricia. So wait, what time we were talking? At what time did I tell her that I lost my flight? Wait a minute. I don't even know. So look, on that day, right? On that day, I'm telling Tricia that she's asking me, when are you leaving to Kinshasa? That was at 3 a.m. 27. And I'm telling her tomorrow at midnight and 15. But actually, I was out already. The flight left already at that time, and I don't know. And I think I realized that when I told her it was 3 a.m. and 50 minutes. When I told her, you're never gonna realize. You're never gonna imagine what happened. Listen, that flight was gone. That flight was gone at midnight and 15, and me, I was here chilling, talking to you live. And somebody Okay, wait, I'll tell you after, but the flight was out. The flight was like, bye-bye. So the first thing I do, I call my wife, because my wife was like, when are you coming back? We miss you. Your daughter misses you. Your daughter actually is like so excited that you're coming tomorrow, blah, 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 blah. She's already like saying that tomorrow, she's going to the park with you, etc., etc. And listen, I call my wife. I'm like, yo, you're never gonna guess what's happening. And she's like, what's going on? And I'm like, my flight was at midnight and 15. Today, midnight and 15 is, it's at night. It's like Tuesday night and not Wednesday night. And she's like, oh my God, what you gonna do? And I'm like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Oh my God. She's like, oh my God. Oh no. Listen. What a nightmare. Because my client reserved the hotel for me and paid the hotel from when I arrived in Congo, which was on the 1st of December, I think, or the 2nd of December. The 1st of December until the 8th. And the wedding was actually, I arrived on the 2nd and the wedding was on the 3rd. Or no, the wedding was on Friday, on the 4th. So I left Lisbon on the 2nd, I arrived Kinshasa on the 3rd, and the wedding where I was performing was on the 4th. So he reserved the hotel from the 3rd or the 4th until the 8th. And a car also. So he had me a driver, a hotel room, plus my cachet, of course. And now that I'm realizing that my flight is gone and I don't even know if I can recuperate that flight, because for a lot of companies, once you miss your flight, it's over. If you do a no-show, you might just lose your flight, depending on the company. And it's 4 a.m. I'm calling, listen, you cannot call the company anyway, because this is at 8 a.m., 9 a.m. You cannot call the client who paid for the ticket and who also, so I tried to go on Turkish Airlines and I'm trying to see if I can change my ticket or something, and there's nothing I can do because I didn't pay for the ticket on Turkish Airlines. I didn't reserve it on the website. The person who bought the ticket has to go from the agency. So I have to wait 9 a.m., 8 a.m. for everybody to wake up. So I send a message to my client. I say, hey, listen, I actually lost my damn. Listen, Lola, the airlines, they're trying to make all the money they lost from COVID. So listen, they don't care. So I'm sending a message to my client. Yo, bro, listen, bad news. The flight was today actually, and I lost the flight. So you really need to send me listen, whenever you wake up, try to see if Jeffrey is Jefferies is the name of the travel agency out there in Kinshasa that people usually use, and try to see with Jeffrey Travels if there's a way to recuperate the ticket and how, like what can we do. And but listen, I left him in the club, so he's probably sleeping like a shit right now. And I sent a message to my mom. Listen, you have to see what my mom replied. Wait, where's my mom's message? You have to see my mom's message. My mom was amazing. Wait, the message from my mom was. Yo, see, the message from my mom was amazing. Yo, look. This is the message from my mom. The message from my mom is here. Wait. Oh, shit. Here. The flight was today, and I'm crying, and my mom is laughing at 4 a.m. Instead of comforting me, my mom is laughing. She's like, no, ha, 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 and she's laughing. Oh, shit. And I think I called Trisha. I called Trish. And when I called her, she was laughing too. Listen. Les deuxièmes bureaux ne sont plus ce qu'elles étaient. Avant, elles te supportaient. Maintenant, yeah, listen, they're just laughing. So, listen. Moi, j'ai déjà raté l'avion à cause d'une amie. On a dû négocier pour acheter un billet car la compagnie ne voulait qu'on paye le double du prix. Yeah, that kind of bullshit. So wait. So now it's 4 a.m. and I don't know what I'm going to do. So I think as I was trying to find out what to do, I called Trish on the phone, and Trish decides that it's a good time to do an interview. And she started asking me questions, and we start having a long conversation about life and whatever and stuff. And like, it was just to explain her what was going on. And actually we spoke for, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours, don't remember. And so by the time it's like 7 a.m. now, I'm done on the phone, and oh, you think so? Mama was going the next day to Paris. So actually, I had one extra day with her. Next day we had lunch with my mom and dad. So there was 2 extra days. But listen. So now it's 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. and I'm actually asking to myself, what am I gonna do? Because I'm gonna have to book a hotel to stay another 2 days, 3 days, 5 days. I don't know how long. Or maybe I'm gonna go to my mom's house, or I'm gonna go to, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So my first instinct is, let me go to Turkish Airlines and see when is the next flight. And actually there was a next flight on the next night. So on the 9 there was a flight. Oh my God, there's a flight on the 9. I go on the website, I go and I look at the cheapest flight, economic, and I'm like, yo, listen. And I found a flight for the 9 for $600. I find this flight, 600 USD. I just book it straight away. I think it was $699. I just booked that flight for the 9. And I'm like, oh, listen. Whenever it happens, I don't know what's going to happen to the other ticket, but at least I have this. And I make sure that it's refundable up to 80% at least. So at least any case, at least I can get a refund of up to 85% of the ticket, whatever. I booked that. And now I called the reception of the hotel and I asked them, hey, I need to book an extra 2 nights. And I need to know how much it costs, because I was on an executive room that cost $400 per day. So I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Now that I'm paying myself, no, I'm not gonna, listen, I'm out of the contract. Let me go find a basic room just so I can stay in the same hotel for 2 days. So and now I'm tired because I spent like hours on the phone, and at the same time I was there, like, and I was super tired, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I'm on automatic pilot. At the same time I'm sleeping. At the same time I'm trying to do the most I can. Then the sun is out already. Listen, And then I'm like, it's 8 a.m. I have 1, 9, 10, 11, maybe 12 to sleep. So I put my alarm to 11:30, and I try to sleep. So I sleep, by 11:30, I wake up, call the wife, tell the wife that, listen, I found a flight for the next day, but I don't know if I'm gonna use it. I'm still waiting for my client to wake up and tell me what does the agency say. But if anything happened, I still have a flight for tomorrow. But I'm super sleepy. I'm like, I didn't sleep enough. I probably slept from 9 to 11. I'm super sleepy. I'm like, oh my God. I get a call from the reception telling me that I have to check out at, when am I going to check out? I'm like, listen, can I leave the room at 12? They're like, yes, you can leave the room at 12, But I'm like, hey, I would love to keep the room for another 2 days, or any room that they have, or basic room, whatever, how much it costs. And they tell me you have to call the reservations. This is the number. So I dialed the number for the reservations, called them and asked them, hey, I lost my flight. I would like to have extra nights on this room or any other room, whatever. And interestingly, the president of Congo Brazzaville and his wife and all the security, the bodyguards, all the ambassadors, the family, everybody is coming to my hotel, because this is the hotel they always take. They go in the last floor, presidential suite, and then every floor is occupied by all of them. And there's a wedding that my dad was actually talking to me about, this wedding, because my dad was invited to this wedding by the president himself. So they're all friends. And I'm like, so I call the reception. I tell them, hey, listen, do you have any room? And they tell me, listen, the hotel is fully booked. For the next 4 or 5 days, the hotel is completely booked. I'm like, oh shit. So I call my cousin and I ask him, hey, can you? And he's like, oh, listen, it's a friend of ours that is the person who handles the booking at the Pullman. The Pullman is like 2 minutes drive from this hotel. Let me see if she can have a room for you. Call the Pullman, and everybody that could not, because listen, everybody from Brazzaville just arrived. They all cross and they're all here in this hotel. But there's no space in this hotel. So the rest of Brazzaville has fully booked the other hotel too. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I didn't sleep. I'm super sleepy. And I don't have a hotel room. And I have to leave this one. Oh my God. And I have to pack my stuff too. So I was packing a little bit while I was talking on the phone. But listen, I have to turn off the computer. But before turning off the computer, I have to make sure that what I'm going to do. So I check my mails if I have any information, whatever. Then I get a call from the client, Michael. Michael tells me, yo, bro, what's going on? I'm like, yo, listen, the flight was yesterday or was this morning. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Listen, I'm coming back to you. I'm calling the agency and I'm coming back to you with information. And I'm, yeah. Okay. I decide to leave the room. So I leave the room, and because I was on the executive level floor, on the 21st floor, I had access to the executive lounge that they have in the hotel just for the guests of this floor. You have a place where you can stay, have meetings, etc. So I have access to it for free. So I go to that lounge and I ask the guy, to do me some nice tea, and I just stay there with my suitcase and stuff so that I can be on the phone and try to find what to do. And at the same time, the driver that I booked was also I told him to come at 3, so I'm have to wait for him to show up. Tell him, hey, I need you to come now because I need to reserve a room, etc. I go to hotels.com, which is the place where I usually reserve my hotels when I reserve myself. I go to hotels.com and I check what's available in Kinshasa. And I see that Fleuve Hotel, where I was, fully booked. Pullman, fully booked. The next hotel that I know of is the Memling, and this one I have some place. And because I didn't remember how was the Memling, etc., etc. I don't know exactly what is going on, but hey, I don't remember if this hotel is nice or not, but I don't have a choice. So I'm not here to be picky. So I see that the Memling is okay. Everything else, I don't know these hotels. I see some cheap hotels in cheap neighborhoods. I'm like, nah. Let me go in Gombe and let me get the Memling. So I book a room at the Memling for one night because to me, I'm leaving on the 9 at 11:55 and we are on the 8. So that's tomorrow, right? So I book on the Memling and I tell the driver, come pick me up soon as you're ready. Call me because we are going to Hotel Memling. So, okay. Go down after an hour or two. I go down. At the same time, I talk to another one of my cousins, Cody, and I'm like, yo, listen, I'm going to the Memling. He's like, are you sure? It's an old hotel. I said, listen, this is the only one that I could have. But there's other hotels. All you had to do was let me know. I can call them. And I was like, listen, I already booked that one, so I'm just going there. He's like, okay, I'll meet you there. So I go to the Hotel Memling. I arrive there. They take ages to check me in because they don't find my reservation. They ask me where I did the reservation. I tell them I did the reservation at the hotels.com. So they go, they find, at a point, they give me a room that was actually better than the one that I asked. They give me a small suite, a junior suite. Listen, it's not a bad hotel. It's just that it's a very old hotel. So compared to Fleuve where I was, which was the quality of the room was amazing. I don't know if you saw my room, but I think I posted it somewhere. Did I post my room? I forgot. I think I have photos from my room. Anyway, the room at for those who see my Instagram stories, the room at Hotel du Fleuve was really very modern, very nice rooms. Memling, it was an amazing room in the 90s or in the 2000s, but in 2020 they need to get some budget and redo all the rooms just to have them be a little bit more modern. But hey, listen, I'm just here to save my life, and this cost me $180 or something like that. Listen, I'm so tired that I went to that room. I think I went to have a lunch with my mom and my dad because my mom was taking her plane to go to Paris. And so we have lunch, mom, dad, cousin, etc. And then I'm starting to be super tired. I go back to Hotel Memling and I sleep from 4 p.m. until 4 a.m. I think. And then when I wake up, call my wife, call my daughter. My daughter was sad because she thought I was already there. She thought that I worked too much and I was in the living room sleeping on the sofa, and she was like, "Oh, Daddy's not there." So after that, so the room was comfortable, but it was not the best room. I get a call from the client, who tells me that because I did a no-show, I could have lost the ticket, but because the ticket that I have is a business class ticket that costs $4,000, I have to pay a penalty. And normally the penalty is $75 to have a new ticket. But because we're in a high season and the plane companies, they're just getting all the juice they can from customers, especially because they know that everybody's trying to leave, everybody's trying to see their family after all this time, and people have no choice. Listen, I paid $2,000 for my son to come next week to Essen, Brussels Airlines. That was the cheapest ticket I got. So listen, even those tickets are not that price normally, but yeah, my ticket was $4,000. So they say we can give you a new ticket, but it's gonna cost you $438. I'm like, oh shit. Listen, I just paid the ticket for $600 for the 9. Okay, book it. They book the ticket and they tell me we'll come to your hotel to meet you so we can get our money, but we're already gonna change the thing in the system. We're gonna book you a new ticket. So they booked me a new ticket, but they booked the ticket on the 11th. So the 11th at 1 a.m. So the 11th at 1 a.m., I learned my lesson, is not on the 11th at night. It's on the 10th at night. But it's still another night that I have to stay in Kinshasa. So I have to find, it's still the 9. But now I have to leave, not the 9. Wait, no, we're still the 8 at that point. I still have to spend a night on the 8 and another night on the 9 so I can go the 10 at night. So I have to book another room. And this is where you start living the scammy life of Kinshasa. In Kinshasa, which is a pocket dimension of itself, where rules are completely different from the other world. Everybody's trying to scam you. And so the first thing that happened to me is the hotel. So I paid for one room. And what I do, since I see that I need another night. So I need to sleep from the 8 to the 9, but I also need to sleep from the 9 to the 10. So I go to hotels.com again and I pay another night of the same room that I had. So now I'm at $380 spent on hotel, and I'm also having to pay $436 of ticket penalty to get my new flight. So I'm already at $800 of the cost of this, which is like I could pay all the kids' gifts for Christmas for this. So anyway, so now listen, even movies, sometimes I'm gonna listen, I did this shit with movies so many times. Every time I take my wife to the movies after midnight, when I told her she was like, again, you do this all the time. But yeah, movies. Because I remember when we went to see Star Wars, I arrived on the date and they were like, no, that was yesterday. And I was like, oh, shit. So same shit. So now I book another night on hotels.com for Memling Hotel. And after sleeping, I do it at 4 a.m. when I wake up. So on the next day at breakfast, I go to the reception and I tell them, hey, listen, I bought another night at 4 a.m. from hotels.com and I need you to just keep me in the same room so I can just continue, right? And they tell me we are fully booked. And I'm like, you're fully booked, but I paid for my room already. And he replies to me, yes, but we're fully booked. So there's nothing we can do. I'm like, what you mean there's nothing we can do? I'm telling you that I bought my ticket already. How can you reply to me that I'm fully booked? If you were fully booked, I should not be able to book a room in your hotel. Oh, because you went from hotels.com, blah, 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 blah. In the meantime, people come here, hotel is fully booked, you have to leave the room at 12. And I'm like, yeah, but on the website that I booked my hotel, it tells me that my room is fully booked and my payment is done and my payment is not refundable. So what's going on here? And he replies to me, we'll refund you. And I'm like, let me take a breakfast. I call my cousin Cody. I'm like, bro, listen, this hotel that is really not the best hotel in the world, to say the least. Now, this is the situation. And my cousin tells me, listen, you remember the guy that we were in the club 2 days ago? I say, yeah. Okay, he's the owner or the boss of a hotel called Hotel Royal. It's a great hotel in Kinshasa, very, very great quality, blah, 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 blah. Your dad was telling you that you should have gone to that one, blah, 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 but you already ordered this one. Listen, let me call them. I said, okay, please call them and tell them that, hey, listen, I need a room and I'll pay whatever it costs. Okay, cool. Go take a breakfast. I go take a breakfast in some Memling hotel. The breakfast was horrible. I was like, wait a minute. Did I pay 180 for this? Breakfast was horrible. Service was horrible. Reception guy was completely unprofessional. Listen, I'm going back to my room. So I have my computer. Now when I travel, I take this computer, that's this one, with me everywhere. I plug it to a TV so that I can always be able to work from everywhere I am. So I take the computer, I go to the computer, and I start I go to the chat of hotels.com. Lucky for me, they said, I got 1 minute to talk with somebody. So I go to the chat, I talk to a very lovely lady, and I'm like, listen, I'm in this hotel. I booked a first reservation yesterday. I'm in the room actually, but I wanted to book another reservation, and I did book it, but this reservation is actually paid, non-refundable, and at the reception, they are telling me that the hotel is fully booked and that there's nothing they can do for me. So I paid for nothing. So the person tells me, I'm so sorry you are experiencing this. Give me 2-3 minutes so that I can see with the hotel. I'm going to call the hotel. I'm going to call the property to see what can be done, etc., etc. I go back to another window. I start checking my mail. I start checking my mail, my sales, my music, etc., because I was working at the same time. And I'm telling you, it's not even that they're stupid. It's just they're not professional. And now, and listen, I'm a person. I hate to use the celebrity thing. I don't like to come and say, hey, I'm this. I'm going to give you publicity, good publicity, bad publicity, like, treat me like this, treat me like that. No, listen, I don't like to do this. I like to be somebody. I don't like to make scenes. I don't like to make noise. I like to be discreet when I go somewhere. And on this case, I didn't even yell at the people. I was just like, okay, listen, cool. Then I went to the breakfast. Breakfast was horrible. I'm like, listen, I want to leave this place anyway. But yo, you have an international celebrity from your country in your hotel, and all you're telling me is, yeah, we can refund you. I'm not coming back to this place. And listen, I performed in that place. I sang in that place like years ago. I remember performing there with Philippe Montero and Elisio, and I don't remember if it was just the three of us, but I performed there. So, but listen, you know, I don't know. I don't care. Call my cousin. My cousin sends me a message. He tells me, Hotel Royal, good to go. It's fine. They already have a room for you. Normal price is $250, but they will book you the room for $180. I'm like, okay, tell them that it's cool to reserve. I'm coming. So it's still 10 a.m. So I still have 2 hours to leave this room. And good thing I didn't even unpack. So now I'm on the chat with the person from hotels.com. Listen, crazy. So now the person from hotels.com tells me, oh, we're so sorry. It's an unfortunate event. But listen, what we can propose to you is to refund you your full night without any penalty, and send the money back to your, either send you a free night or send the money back to your credit card. I'm like, listen. And she tells me, let me just look at it. And she said, listen, we didn't charge your credit card yet because you did your reservation so early, blah, 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 blah. If you want, we can just not charge you. And it will be you will receive an email for cancellation, whatever. Do you want to do that? Yes, please do that. Okay, do that, blah, 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 blah. And I tell them, listen, what happened here is inadmissible from the hotel, the way they handle the situation. And yeah, listen, I will give you a good review to you because I've been using your site forever, love you guys. But I'm going to give a 1 star to this hotel. And she's like, listen, sorry that happened this way. You do what you got to do, blah, 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 blah. Boom. Done. I know that I got this money back. Now I can use this money to pay for the other room because I think the second night I paid was $235. And actually now I'm getting a room for $180. So my cousin comes, picks me up because the driver that I had was not there yet. My cousin comes, picks me up, and we go to Hotel Royal. Hotel Royal is not far. It's still in the middle of the city, so I prefer, like, Fluv was more like in front of the water but Royal was okay. Place looks new. It's a hotel I've been before, but just at the reception to see somebody. So I look at the hotel. I'm not that bad, etc. The owner of the hotel comes and he's like, yo, oh my God, the great Kaysha, such a pleasure, Listen, here is the people will take care of you. So I go with my cousin. The director of the hotel, a very, very nice lady called Melissa, comes, and she comes and wait a second. She comes and she said, hi, how are you? I don't know if she recognized me. I don't know if she knows me. I have no clue. She didn't really speak to me, really. She just said hi, but she was talking to her people and she said, okay, put him in that room. And she was giving them instructions. So I paid the price that they asked me. And when I go to the room, so after that, she come and she said, oh, you are welcome to our hotel. It's great to have you here, etc., etc. it's an honor to have you. And then the director comes and say, oh my God, Kaysha, you know, the employees want to do some photos with you. Is it possible? I say, yeah, of course, no problem. So I said, let me just check in, take a shower, and then I'll do photos with everybody, etc. And when I arrived to the room, for the price of a normal room, they give me this room. A whole suite that was big as an apartment. It was a huge room. I was like, yo, what room is this? So if you can see here, you got sofas, a big TV here, and then in the back you have the bedroom. So it was really like a small apartment. I was like, wow, amazing. And I was telling my cousin, if I knew, I would have. It should be bought and just completely redone by somebody. And I was like, yo, what a room. Wow. So when I go down, the Melissa, the director, asked me, do you like the room? Is it fine for you? I'm like, oh my, listen, if I knew, I would have come before. It's amazing. Thank you so much for this. Like, I mean, I just wanted a simple room, but wow, like, whew. So I think I have a video that I sent my wife. Let me see. Let me see if I can play it here. Let me see. Not this one. I have a video where I show her the room, but sure if I have it. No, that's the old room. That's the old room. Sorry, give me a second. Let me just find that video that I sent to her. Or did I call her video? Let me see. Can I export this here? Wait. Let me try. It might fail. I'm trying to export the video. No, can't. I have to download it from WhatsApp. And I can't. Oh, damn. Anyway, forget it. The room was amazing. It was huge. 2 huge TVs, 2 sofas, an amazing bed plus another big TV, shower. Like, the bathroom was amazing. Perfect. On the top there was a club cigar when I had spent the day with some friends. Listen, amazing hotel. Nothing to do with the Memling. Amazing hotel, and for the price they gave me, listen, it was amazing. So I'm telling you, it is. But the other one, no. It is. Eto, love your new song. Everybody go check Eto Tana on Instagram and on Spotify. And she has a great new single. And the girl can dance. She has moves and the body to go with it. Anyway, now I'm here and I'm actually enjoying the room. So we go, I went to a club called Dacha, which was amazing. A great night. Very early, come back to my room, and I spend the rest of the day, the rest of the night on my sofa, on this sofa actually, this one. I stay there and I watch TV, watch YouTube actually. Then, so this is my cousin. So that's the one who plugged me with the hotel, with my dad. And we went to this restaurant again with my cousin and my dad. It's the Portuguese restaurant called Shada. We had great food, and then I went back to sleep. So that's us the day before with my mom and my dad. So, and this is the Club Cigar. This is my friend Serge at the Club Cigar upstairs. So, after that, we, so I spend the whole night, sleep, have a great sleep. The next day, my cousin comes again and we go down, and then I start talking with Melissa, the director of the hotel, because I realized that she's actually my very good friend Jack. He's married to the cousin of her husband, and she's the cousin of somebody that I really know in the music industry, and she's also the little sister of somebody that is trying to book me for a festival in another city of the country. So I'm like, yo, the world is small. We actually almost family. I mean, and in the Congolese way. And she actually asked me if the night was great, if I enjoyed the hotel, and she asked me, what time is your flight? And I already checked out. At that moment, I already checked out. I have all my suitcase down there. I'm about to take a lunch with my cousin, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do because it's only 1 p.m. and I have a flight tonight at 1 a.m. So I'm just telling the girl, well, listen, I'm gonna go have a drink, etc., and we'll see. And she's like, what time is your flight, Mr. Kaysha? And I'm like, my flight is at 1 a.m. tonight. But hey, And she's like, did you check out already? I said, yeah, I checked out. I put my luggage in your storage. And I'm gonna roam in the city, whatever. And she's like, but you don't need to check out. I said, I checked out at 1. I said, no, come on. Like, she goes to the reception. She's the director of the hotel. She goes to the reception and she talks to her people. And she comes back with the key of the suite and she tells me, you can stay in the room as long as you want, Mr. Kaysha. The time you decide to go to the airport is the time that you can get the room back. Give the room back. So if you're probably going to leave to the airport. What time is your flight? 1 a.m. You stay in the room until 9. At 9, you can give the room back. I'm like, wow. Now this is excellence. This is how you treat a client, VIP or not. But if you have a VIP client who's a celebrity that has 800,000 followers on YouTube, 150,000 followers on Instagram, almost 200,000 followers on YouTube, a show on YouTube where he talks about his adventures in life, 50,000 followers on Twitter. That's how you treat that person, because that person, whenever somebody goes to that country or whenever he goes again to perform in the country, instead of going to the other hotel, he's gonna ask people to book you in this hotel. He's gonna say, hey, because on my contracts, I put the hotel I want when I go to some countries. And usually I say Hotel du Fleuve because that's the hotel where, usually that's where I go, is VIP, whatever. But after she treated me this way, whenever I have a new contract in Congo to perform, this is where I will put in my contract. Put me in Royal Hotel. And take me a suite. Take me the same suite. I want that room. And I will say, yeah, this is the hotel I want. And I want X number of nights. I'm staying here. And I want you to pay. And the money will flow to that hotel starting now. Because the way I've been treated, I haven't been treated like that in any other place. The other hotel was amazing. Hotel du Fleuve was amazing. It's not their fault that they fully booked. But other than that, my stay was amazing, flawless. and I forgot to say something about the Hotel du Fleuve. Actually, the person who booked me, because he knew I would eat at the hotel, he gave them for some dollars, I don't know how much dollars, for me to get food, for my food to be paid in advance. And when I checked out, they told me, oh, we owe you money. I was like, you owe me money? Yeah. For the room service that you didn't use, we actually owe you $250. Oh, so I'm like, oh, bonus. So they gave me $250, and I used that money to pay for that room that I was at Royal Hotel. But the way they treated me, I was like, yo, that's amazing. So yeah, that part was perfect. They took care of the king. Yeah, listen. I'm going, actually myself, the director Melissa asked me to go to their website, to go on, what's the name of this? So listen, let me go get her message on Messenger. She sent me a message telling me to go to TripAdvisor and to leave a review. Let me put the link for those who want to keep it. Listen, I'm going to put a review myself. I'm going to give you the best review ever. Let me put the link here in the chat for those who want to leave a review, even if you haven't been in the hotel. Listen, they did an outstanding job, and I'm going to put them. I'm going to do an amazing review as soon as the show is over. I didn't have the time to do it yet, but she sent me a message on Facebook telling me, hey, I would love to, you know. So I'm gonna write a review. An amazing, because listen, perfect. So let me look at your comments as I go. The picture was taken when the plane flew over the club. Now, I'm going to show you which picture I took. This picture, that one. When I took that picture with one of our artists called Héritier Watanabe, that's at that time exactly when I'm posting that picture, somebody in the airport is calling my name. Passenger Edward McCullough, you need to be at the Turkish Airlines because the door's about to close. Listen, I was taking that picture in the club chilling. And I was about to go my club Shada, to do my club Shada. What a nightmare. So, listen. Amazing customer service. Listen, I have nothing to say. Yeah, listen. Kudos to Melissa and the Royal Hotel. You go there. She's the one. Amazing. Exactly. Listen, this is the place you want to go if you go to Kinshasa. Royal Hotel. Perfect hotel. So, don't laugh at me. So, after that, I receive a call. From, so I stay at the hotel. I think after having lunch with my cousin, I went back to the room, since I had the room until 9 p.m. and I actually stayed in the room until time to go. So I stayed in the room until 8:45. At 8:45, my father protocol came to help me with papers at the airport, because listen, now I'm going to talk about the scamminess about this country. And at I think at 9 p.m. I went out of the hotel, check out, say thank you. I told the guys at the reception, if I asked if Miss Melissa was out already, just to say thank you for everything. She was out already. I didn't realize that she sent me a message actually on Facebook. I saw it when I was already on my way to the airport, and I didn't even time to read the messages, but I know that from the notification I saw that she was asking me to leave a review. I didn't have time to do it. I'm actually gonna do it right after I finish this show. Yeah, man. Kaysha, brother. What up, Crystal? So after that, we now take the road to the airport. So we leave at 9 because we really want to be early. And listen, the road from Kinshasa to the airport is total chaos. But listen, because it was already 9, it was not too crazy. So now I take the driver, my protocol, I'm in the back, and we on our way to Njili Airport. And listen, in Kinshasa, it's a pocket dimension of its own. In Kinshasa, it's be scammed or scam. It like, I think Sport National of Kinshasa is gratte. Everybody's trying to scratch some money from you all the time. So imagine that I'm here and I'm actually receiving a message from the person who rent the car that I'm using. And I didn't think about it because my mother has 3 drivers and my dad has another one, I think. My parents have 4 drivers and I don't know how many cars in the house. I completely forgot to tell my parents, hey, can you lend me a driver? I already had a driver. My dad actually asked me, you have a driver? And was like, yeah, I still have the driver. He was like, okay, cool. I didn't even realize that I had to pay it every day. And depending on the car you use in Kinshasa, it's going to cost you between 100 and 200 per day to have a driver all day. And this should include the gas, but my driver was always asking me to add the gas. So I don't know. I didn't did the contract. Everything was part of the organization that made me come. But since I have the guy for 2 days, when I received a call and they asked me to pay, I have to assume it because, yeah, I've been using the car. So, Papa, elengi mama. So, listen, now I'm going to tell you the airport. Listen, get ready. I receive a call from the company that has been booked for the driver. And they tell me, hey, are you the person that is using the car? And I'm like, yes. And they tell me it's 150 per day. So you have to give the driver, when you leave to the airport, you have to give him 300. I'm like, shit, another 300? Okay, wait a minute. 380 or 340 of hotel, 400 and let me take my calculation. So hotel, let's say 340 plus 300 of driver plus 438 of plane and probably another $100 or something. So I'm at $1,000 and 178 just because I lost that flight. And I'm like, oh, okay, listen, there's nothing I can do, I guess. There's nothing I can do. So I take 300 out of my money and I already put them in an envelope ready to give to the driver. And as I'm in the way to the road to hell, which is like chaos, that road that goes to the airport, it's chaos. Like this, everywhere there's car going in every direction and nobody's respecting nothing. And you have buses, you have passenger cars, you have small buses, you have a lot of motorcycle because a lot of people take taxi motos, and then you have people walking in the road. Like it's just a chaos. And you don't even know how nobody's dying. And I'm there like, and the person who booked me for his wedding calls me. I'm like, yo, Mike, I'm on my way to the airport already. He's like, oh, listen, thank you for everything, da 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 da. And I'm like, hey, I have to pay for the driver. He's like, oh yeah, I forgot about this, da 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 da. Yeah, but yeah. Let me call them. And I don't remember how much I paid, but let me call them and ask them how much you have to pay. I'm like, okay, but I knew already that it was 300. But I'm like, yeah, let him call. He calls them, and he calls me back, and he tells me, yeah, that's 120 a day. That nigga just asked me 150 a day. So he was trying to scam city. So you know what I did? I took my 300 that I didn't give to the driver yet. I take the 300. I take 200. I go take 2 bills of 20, and I give the driver 240. These people were about to scam me. I would go from 240 to 300. I was like, yo, what the hell is this country? What the hell is going on here? So, okay. Listen, I didn't say nothing. The driver he didn't know about this. He was the guy who called me out of nowhere. I don't know. All I knew was the driver was kind of okay. I mean, let's not forget the episode of last time. But the driver was cool. It was okay. And I was looking at their website and like the company. I was like, hey, this is great to have a company that does this for people. And actually I have people who are in Kinshasa right now. They have money. They were looking for a car, whatever. And I was about to give them this number. Tell them, hey, listen, it's going to cost you 150 per day, but it's a good service, blah, 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 blah. Now that they just try to scam me, or to scratch an extra 60 from me, I was like, yep. So do you have a car? No, I don't. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know. So listen, driver takes me to the airport. That's the one. So now, how you say? Now I'm in the airport. We arrive at the airport, confusion everywhere, bunch of people, and listen, where do I start with the scam city that this airport is? First of all, to be able to travel, you need to have your COVID test normal. Your COVID test must be 70 hours maximum, right? Because my COVID test was done on the 7th for my flight of the 8th, I had a new COVID test done on the 9th. So I have 2 COVID tests, right? My COVID tests, they live here. Wait, let me show you my COVID test, right? I have a note called Congo trip, right? And in this note, I have all my documents, my plane tickets, my COVID test from Portugal, and my COVID test from my 2 COVID tests. So this is the one from the second day. You don't see nothing. And this is the one from the this is the one from the first with the QR code, right? So if you work for if you work for if you work for the INRB, which is the company that takes care of making sure that people have their COVID tests, right? All you need to do to let people in so that they can check in and make sure that their COVID test is valid and they're negative, all you need to do is use your scan reader and the QR code that is here, right? That's my QR code, right? You take this QR code, you scan it, right? And you can see that I'm negative and that I can go on my way. So I arrived there and she's like, test COVID, s'il vous plaît. And I'm like, yep, here's my COVID test and here's the second one. And I already zoom in the QR code so that with her machine, she can scan my QR code. And she tells me, sir, you have to print it. And I'm like, why? And she's like, here, you have to print it. And I'm like, yeah, but you can scan from my phone. And she says, no. In Congo, you have to print your document. You can go here. So just here, near her, there was a lady with a printing machine and she's printing QR codes for everybody. I mean, she's printing test results for everybody that we already have as PDFs in our phones. But nah, you have to print it. So I'm like, the fuck? Okay. I go to the other side and I ask the lady, yeah, listen. And she's like, yeah, are you here for the, sorry. Yeah. Are you here for printing your test results? I'm like, hey, listen, I see there's a lot of people that don't put likes. Respect this show and put some likes, please. Listen, so now I go to this lady. So there's a queue, right? I mean, there's one lady in front of me, then there's me, then there's 4 people. The lady in front of me, I'm waiting for her to finish. When she's done, she has her print done. She goes, I go and she's like, yeah, you here to print you here to print your QR code? I'm like, yes. And she's like, yeah, this is the WhatsApp number or the email that you can send the QR code. So I'm like, okay. So I send my, not the QR code, the COVID result. So I send my PDF to WhatsApp. I send it to her WhatsApp number. She receives it and she prints it. And as she's receiving it and she's printing it, the 4 people that are behind me are all talking at the same time to her. And instead of telling to everybody, I'm busy with this customer, you wait in the line, she's replying to everybody at the same time. And everybody, one person is speaking in English, another person is speaking in French, and another person is speaking in Lingala. And she's like, hey, Papa, no, that she's talking to everybody and she's trying to reply to everybody. And I'm looking at everybody. I'm like, why does nobody respect nothing here? Why does everybody has no respect for nothing here? And yeah, the girl is here. At a point, I'm like, lady, can you print my thing? She takes my thing. And after I'm done printing, you know what she tells me? She tells me it's $3. So if you have 1,000 passengers coming, listen, who uses printers nowadays? Nobody. We all have things on our phones, and whatever airport I go, this monkey business doesn't exist. Only in Congo. That you arrive in the airport and somebody is telling you that you have to print something where it's more secure from your phone as a PDF. You can falsify, Photoshop it, and send it and print it. That's what they prefer. Not because it's for security, no, just because they can make $3 from you. And if you have 1,000 people coming in, if in the 1,000 people, let's say you have 1,500 people, passengers coming through the airport. If you have 1,000 of them that don't have paper printed, what they do, they make 3,000. Why? Because it's a country where everybody's trying to scam people all the time, everywhere you go. And I'm like, what the fuck? So listen, once I have my paper, I take my paper. Listen, I don't use paper anymore. Listen, take my paper, I go with my paper, I give the paper to the lady, and you know what she does? She doesn't even read it. What she does, she just scan it. And I'm like, she just scanned the QR code. And I'm like, I was about to tell her, you know that you can scan from the phone as well? But I think she knew. All they were interested in their little group here was to scam you. And they're probably sharing that money. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. You think it's finished? Listen, let me look at something. You have to print it. You should have told me about the process. The guy who was taking you to the airport should have handled it for you. No, because the guy who took me to the airport, the protocol, was handling the next scam. So I'm about to talk to you about the next scam. Listen, craziness of a level. Listen, Congo is a pocket dimension in the universe. They don't obey to the rules that we obey to. Yeah, ils font tout pour faire le but. Listen, c'est la débrouille. Listen, it's crazy because the QR code is in my phone. You can scan it. You want me to scan a paper, to print the paper, so then you can scan the QR code from the paper when you could scan from my phone. Makes no sense. But it makes for them because they can forcefully take $3 from you. Listen, there was an American near me. He was trying to speak French. He didn't speak French. They were trying to tell him he had to print his password. He had to send it. And the guy was telling them that he had no internet. I have no internet because I use the Wi-Fi from the hotel. How can I send you the code if I cannot print it? The lady was like, what's your phone? And he had an iPhone, and she was like, airdrop to me. Yo, they're ready. Took her phone, airdrop, boom, print the shit. $3, sir. It was like $3 to print. Listen, go to any library. To print is to print one piece of paper. It's what? It's like 10 cents, 5 cents. These niggas are printing this for $3 one. Imagine if you're a family of 10. Mom, dad, grandpa, etc. You're all going there. It's gonna cost you $30 just to print QR codes and scan the paper. They make no sense. Like, they would go to everything as long as they can scam you. That's crazy. Listen, this crazy. I was like, what's going on? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, if you think Gilly is bad, you should hear the stories from Lagos Airport. Oh my God. I gotta go there and check. He's like, I'll kick that printer and destroy it. Listen, you end up in jail, bro. Every day I'm hustling. Listen, they're hustling bad. They're hustling bad. Listen, cousin, when you go, just get ready. And listen, that's not the best scam. That's not the best scam. Shuffling is the way to keep business in Africa. Telling you, Charlene, I'm telling you. Now listen. Next thing you know, it's 3 a.m. already. Next thing you know, now there's the best scam of them all. To be able to leave the airport. So to be able to enter your flight. Let me explain to you how it goes in the world, the whole world. Let me see if I have my plane ticket. Do I have my plane ticket? Let me see. Let me look at my downloads if I have the PDF of my plane ticket. No, this is my water. I have something with my plane ticket somewhere. Sorry, give me a second because I need to break it down for you. Mr. Edward, there it is. So does it say everything? No, it doesn't. Fuck. Let me go to my email. Let me just give me a second. I just need to check something. Turkish Airlines online ticket information. Online ticket information. Blah 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 blah. Price. I don't know. They don't. Are they seeing? No. They're not showing it here. Seat selection. No. Blah 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 blah. Online tickets. Oh no, they don't have this information here. I don't know where I can see the information I'm looking for. I'm trying to find an old ticket of mine. Maybe in the receipt of my tickets. Oh, they don't have it. Oh, anyway, listen. In every country of the world, right? Everywhere in the world. I'm still missing 3 likes. Some people are here, they come, they don't leave the likes. I don't like this. In every country in the world, when you buy a plane ticket, right? You buy a plane ticket from any company. When you look at the breakdown of the price, I'm going to give you fake numbers. Let's say you buy a ticket that costs $1,000. In the $1,000, you're going to have probably the real price of the ticket is probably $500. The price of the taxes is maybe $400. I said 500. Yeah, 500, 400 for taxes, and then you will have maybe 50 for environment thingies, protection, and then you will have 50. So I made up all the numbers, but and you're gonna have 50, which is taxes aéroportuaires, which are taxes that the company pays to the airport. So every passenger pays a tax that to use the airport, and this tax is included in your plane ticket. So you just pay the plane ticket. Included is when you go pee at the airport, you pay the light for the airport, etc. Every passenger that's using the airport is paying that in their plane tickets. And so whenever you have a ticket, and when you buy your ticket, just check what the ticket says, and you will always see that there's a tax for fuel. Price of the ticket is actually not that less than you paid. Plus you have the taxes for the government, taxes for ecology, and then you have taxes for the airport. So you because somebody has to pay for the airport, right? Not in Congo. Not in Kinshasa. In Kinshasa, you have to pay a Go Pass. What is a Go Pass? A Go Pass is a tax that you pay to be in the airport, and you have to pay it if you want to travel. If you want to be able to enter the plane, you have to show proof that you paid $50 of Go Pass. And this is the ultimate scam. Because why in the world? Listen, everybody pays. All around the world. Whenever you buy a plane ticket, you're paying that tax. But it's part of when you pay the ticket, you pay the company, and the company pays the airport. So why wouldn't they make it simple for everybody and not force everybody to go get a Go Pass? Then they can use the airport. Because that's the beauty of the scam. If you pay directly in the plane ticket, then the company will report how much ticket they sold in any given month or any given year or quarter. We sold that amount of tickets, and in that amount of ticket, we owe you the airport that amount in taxes, and everything is registered somewhere, especially from the companies that are using the airport. If you make people pay directly at the airport, you can then invent any number you want of how many Go Pass you sold and how many passengers went through the airport, and say, hey, we made 1 million this year from Go Pass, and in reality you might have made 3 million, and then you share the 2 millions that you didn't declare, and then you pretend that you paid 1 million, and then you pay the taxes on 1 million. So this is corruption at its best. And when they invented that story of Go Pass, it was actually pretend to pay for the airport, but actually this is a way to suck the passengers. And you listen, I've seen so many American passengers at boarding, people telling them, where's your Go Pass, and they have no idea what they're talking about, and they have to run back to before security to go to that place where they can pay $50 and listen, so that they can board. Come on. Like, at that point, your energy is completely depleted, and you just listen. Add to this that every cop, every person that works at the airport that you pass through is always asking you if you have something for them to drink, some tea or buy a coffee, which means give me $10 or give me $5. Everybody, the people who check your luggage, everybody is asking you for something until you are in the plane. Once you're in the plane, it's over. The nightmare is over. You can now go back home. But the Go Pass thing is amazing. Like, the way they, like, so in conclusion, to get in the country, like I told you before, last episode, you have to pay $50 of testing. Once you land, they test you for a COVID test, when actually to board you had to produce a test anyway. So you pay $60 here in Portugal to do your test. You pay another $50 in Congo to do another test when you arrive, because they don't trust the test from Europe. And listen, this is just a way to scam you $50 when you get in. So every passenger that comes in pays $50, right? And then when you want to come out, they scam you $3 to print the test. And then they scam you another $50 of Go Pass so you can leave the country, which is amazing. Like, if you go to Congo, you go to Kinshasa, make sure you have $103 ready for scam in, printer scam out, and then scam out. You need $103 of budget just for that scam that you cannot avoid. You guys are amazing. Like, how do you believe that as a country we're gonna move forward? And I love my country. There's a lot of things that are being done. There's a lot of things that are being built. But at the same time, there's a lot of habits that don't want to die. And the Go Pass thing is amazing. Like, this is the ultimate one. And when there's a new president, everybody believes things are going to change. Because, yeah, a lot of people make promises when they want to get elected. Once they are elected and they put their people in place find some very nice scams that generate a lot of money. And instead of saying, we're stopping all this shit, they say, what's going on here? And people reply to them, here's your share. Here's $1 million, that's your share. And they're like, go on. And us, the passengers, the people, yeah, we just there. And listen, like, if this that we pay made the airport is okay. But if it made us an amazing airport that looked like airports in America or Europe or China, and it was like, wow, crazy, oh my God, what an airport, it's professionalism, like scanning passport, like, no. The airport is chaos. The airport is chaos. And scam. Because all the money that is paid is not going to the pockets of the people or the pockets of, it's going to the pockets of whoever. And listen, if I will never get in the head of that country, because soon as I arrive, the first thing I would do would stop those things. Print, like, no. Go Pass, no. Having a test when you get in, when you already had a test, no. But listen. So yesterday, I got home. So, yesterday, what was it? Do I have the video? Where is the video? Let me see. So good thing I was traveling in business class on Turkish, so that was great. Let me see if I can put out change apps. Oh, sorry, I always do the mistake. Photos, there we go. So yeah, travel was amazing on that's the travel on the Istanbul flight. A lot of space, very comfortable, slept the whole night. Then the lounge in Istanbul is just amazing. This is the lounge. Like, this airport is just another level. Like that's when you realize that France is far away, Portugal is like all these countries. They're far away when it comes to the quality of the lounge in Istanbul. This is a lounge, yo. There's like 4 or 5 kitchens like this in the lounge, screens everywhere, etc., etc. Then I did my second flight to Lisbon, and then wait, when was it? Oh, I didn't film it. Oh, it's on my Instagram. I put it on my Instagram. Yeah, then my daughter opened the door for me, and that was the best moment of this long ass flight and journey back home. And yeah, this is what happens when at midnight and 15 you bouncing your ass in the club while your flight is leaving. So total loss, minus the money I made in the casino, total loss around $1,100. It is what it is. Oh my world. It is what it is. They didn't, bro. It's here. Until you get in the plane, you are at the mercy of a swarm of bees. I'm telling you. I would call them flies, but yeah. Years ago at Benin, at the last checkpoint, they kept our passport because they wasn't sure if we were real Canadians. People are amazing. Un mec a dû refaire un deuxième test PCR à l'aéroport. Il a reçu le résultat de son premier test un jour après son retour en France par mail. That shit is crazy. C'est la galère. Election and president cannot change Africa. We need to make up our minds. I'm telling you. The corruption is from down to up or from up to down, and everybody from down is pretending that it's because of the guys from up, and those who are up are pretending that it's because of the guys from down, and the people that are outside are pretending that they know what to do. And when you are in, you realize that, oh, it's the whole country. It's the whole mindset of everybody. And it's hard to put rules in places where people are not paid right. Because they're not paid right and they're hungry, all they do is scam. They try to scam or they beg. And everybody's there. Like everybody that has a job and a salary should not beg or try to scam other people. But they have to do it because they're trying to eat like everybody. And that's the sad part. Because all the help that is given to governments is not going to the people. And actually, a lot of the governments from other countries are scamming Africa as well. You have no idea the amount of money that France makes from Africa, for French-speaking Africa. You know that if you want to do an airport, there's some deal that was made years ago that every time you want to do an airport, I don't know exactly the full thing because somebody told me, but whenever you want to do an airport, first of all, the French are going to build it for you, and they're going to do a thing where every month, all the money that comes in the airport, there's a portion that goes to Air France. And because of that deal that they have with all the governments, other cheaper company than Air France. Like, so I'm not talking about Turkish and companies that are not French, but other French companies or companies like EasyJet, companies like what's the other the shorter French company? I forgot the name, TUI or whatever the name of those French companies are. They cannot arrive in Africa. They cannot arrive in all these airports because Air France is making sure that all these countries are locked, because Air France doesn't make no money from the rest of the flights. Because how much is Congo from Paris to Kinshasa is 2,000. From Paris to New York, same travel is 300. What's the difference? There's competition. If you want to go to New York from Paris, you can take Turkish, you can take Alitalia, you can take Iberia, you can take Delta, you can take all the competition from Delta, you can take Air France, you have like 10 to 15 choices. But to go from Paris, direct flight from Paris to Kinshasa or Dakar or so, there's only one company, and it's Air France. Everybody else, and when there's an African company, Air Senegal, Air this or that, they have to pay 25% of the money they make to Air France. So, and that's how like the France is actually treating Africa mafia style. And listen, I'm not saying it's your fault now. It's just part of the whole thing. And France cannot afford to release the grip they have on all these countries because they're already poor. Because there's like they don't have, their budget is overblown. They don't have money to pay for the hospitals, they have gilets jaunes, they have all this. If they stop, they leave the grip and they start acting fair to all these little deals that they did in the 70s, what's gonna happen is that they're gonna lose even more money that they have. And yeah, listen, it is what it is. And yeah, there's a lot of things that need to change, and things will change as time go by. But the people who are corrupting Africans and Africans themselves, it's always like, it's not just one of the, but the people who are corrupting Africans or that are profiting from the corruption and the chaos and the non-organization will do everything for things to stay the way they are, because that's how they make all their money. And at the same time, on the bright side of things, Kinshasa there's a lot of buildings, there's a lot of things going on. My family is building a building themselves. We're building, I think, a 10th floor apartment with on a terrain that we own, and with in association with somebody. And there's a lot of amazing buildings that are being done. There's a lot of things, but there's so much that can be done, like so much. But hey, that would be for another episode of Club Shada. But listen, that was a trip. That was a trip. Oh, hell no. Nah, listen, let me make business. I'm good. Listen, it's amazing. You have to go. Next time I go, I'll tell you. Senegal was great. You'll see my vlog soon. Telling you, listen, the travel industry, especially after COVID, they're doing everything to take your money. It's crazy. If you look at the price for flights in all these places where people don't have a choice, it's crazy. The prices are like, they're trying to make all the money they didn't do because of COVID. It's crazy. It's horrible. But it is what it is. Listen, my voice is leaving me. It's getting dry, and it's been 3 hours, damn it. If you enjoyed this episode of Club Shada, make sure that you leave all your Rambos in the chat, and thank you so much for spending this time with me again and listening to my crazy stories. And as always, this show is brought to you by Shada, where the gods of good fortune. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Thanks to the Patreons on patreon.com/Kaysha, like Charlene, like Jennifer. Thank you so much for supporting me monthly. Hopefully, I will take you all to the membership when it's possible. Thank you to all the people who send super chat and support this show, like our stream royalty, Sirène des Îles. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much for supporting this show. And again, I'm going to give you a mission. I'm going to give you a link, right? Let me give you a link. I'm going to give you a link. Once the show is over, everybody go to this link and they leave a comment. And you know what the link is this time? This time the link is last show. You know? Episode 161 from Kinshasa that I did. For those who watched it, you can leave a comment because Sirène des Îles left a comment. Some of you didn't leave a comment. Julie left a comment. What you have to start doing now is after the show is over, you go, you wait for the live to be over, and you leave a comment and you make sure that you left a like. Why? Because it's good for YouTube to know that people are watching this show, and it will show this show to more people. And this place will become bigger and bigger. It will be harder for you guys to win those t-shirts because there's going to be a lot of competition. This is the link. Go to this link and leave a comment saying, yo, Kaysha, you are the sexiest live streamer that we ever seen. Something like that. I would love it. Marina Kali, peace out. Trish, Charlene, Eddie's boys, Julie. Let me prepare my song. Wait a minute. Don't start new song. Here we go. Perfectly on time. To leave you, I'm gonna play you before I say bye. I'm gonna play you. What can I play you from my catalog? I'm gonna play you a song from my latest album, since I have an album that is about to come out very soon. I'm gonna play you another track that I did with Malcolm Beats that is called Machine Gun. Now, do I play Machine Gun? No, I'm gonna play you Raptor. I love that song. It's one of my favorite songs from my album. It's called Raptor. If I find it. There it is. I'm gonna play this song called Raptor. Yeah, everybody send $50 go pass to leave the Club Shada on the super chat. Thanks. Thanks, Ellis. Thanks, Julie. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment at the end of the show, and I will see you when I see you. See you Wednesday for a new episode of Club Shada. I love you all. Peace. Ça va pas, hein? Ça va pas, hein? This is Raptor. Malcolm Beats.
won't take a sexy body off of me. And she